Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey guys, welcome back to my video. And today, I'm going to make a video about introducing HTML and also CSS. Okay, if you are a developer or a programmer, usually first off you need a language so you do understand what are you doing. So, if you want to make a website, first you have to understand HTML and also CSS. But if you don't know, and today I will explain. Okay, HTML and CSS. HTML is a computer language used to create a framework or structure for a web page on the internet. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML functions as a skeleton of a website. How HTML works in a web browser? Web browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, or Opera will read HTML documents. HTML documents containing HTML text will tell the browser how to display a content. Next up, web browsers such as Chrome or Safari or Opera like that, like before, display content. Apart from HTML, there are also CSS, cascading style sheet, and JavaScript language that we learn to create an interactive website display. Functionally, the three languages can be interacted like this: HTML, like the skeleton of a human body; the CSS as the shirt for the human; and JavaScript so they can move. But in this video, I will introducing about HTML and also CSS. Next stuff. HTML consists of components called HTML tags. HTML documents have three main tags, namely HTML, head, and body. These three tags must be typed exactly in the example below. Okay, maybe not here. Later on. Okay, for example, the text P stands for paragraph. So if you want to make a paragraph or a text, you can use P. If you want to make a title, you can use heading 1, H or H1. So the text must have this. Then the close one have to make a strip. Okay, next stuff. HTML attribute. You to remember the concept of HTML elements and HTML text. Opening tags mark the beginning of an element. The tag can contain attributes, which function to provide additional information to an element. For example, the image text doesn't use another a closing text like before. See, for example, P have the closing tag using strip, another P, but for the image is not using image, just image, put it inside and close it with strip and text. Like the link also for the A. Next off, the summaries structure of an organization. HTML primary role is to define the structure of organization of web page content through a system of nested elements. It establish a logical and hierarchical, sorry, I cannot say that, structure that ensure content is both understandable to humans and interpretable by web browser. Okay, you can read all of this, you can pause and just read it. Okay, next up, CSS. CSS is a computer language designed to website page on the internet. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. The function of CSS is a coding of or decorator of a website. Here, like before, how CSS work in browser. So, design display as the design according to what has been specified. Apart from HTML and CSS, there's also JavaScript language. Like before I said, so HTML is skeleton, CSS is like the shirt or body. Okay, next. There are three ways to insert CSS into HTML. Namely, the first, inline CSS, which use attribute style to insert CSS code directly into HTML elements. Second, internal CSS, namely using element style to insert CSS code. The element style is placed inside the elements of HTML. The third is external CSS, which is separate CSS file that is connected to the HTML file using element link. Okay, first off, inline CSS. For example, Here's how attribute style to an element method in the HTML. So, uh, inline CSS is put inside one of the tags. For example, h1, the style inside, style uh, color blue. So, example, like the result will be like this. Next off, internal. Internal CSS use element style to insert CSS code. Elements style are placed inside element head. For example, here the style are put on the head section, head, and the style is this one. So the body there will be background yellow, h1 color is blue, the paragraph will be red. Next off, external CSS is a way of inserting CSS code by creating a separate CSS file and then connecting it to the HTML file using element link. The element link is placed inside the element head. This is for the link, for example. So the separate CSS file, this is the name of the separate CSS file. Okay. The definition of box model. What is box model? So all HTML elements are considered as a box. Because of this, the term box model emerged. You can think the box model itself as a box that encloses each HTML element. Box model consists of margin, namely the outermost area that is empty after the border. So this margin are transparent. Border, namely the border that wraps the padding of the content, like this. Padding, the empty area between the content and the border. Padding is a transparent. Content, namely content value of the HTML element. It can be text, image, video, or sound. Okay. Okay. Uh, can guys rate this? Pause the video and rate this. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Maybe that's all for me. Sorry if I have any mistake. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.